I'm Huon Hooke, and this is The Real Review. The wine we're tasting today is the Bakkheia Tripartite Grenache Shiraz Mourvedre 2018. It's from the Geographe region in Western Australia. So the backstory on this wine is that it is probably a wine that nobody who's listening to this cast would have ever tasted. It's certainly a new brand to me. Tasted it for the first time this year. It's from the Geographe region, which is north of Margaret River. It's on the coast of Western Australia. It's not a well-known region, Geographe, but it deserves to be a lot better known than it is. I think it's a very good region, and I'm tasting a lot of good wines from that area. Including Chardonnay, which you might not expect, but the Mediterranean, the warmer climate varieties do particularly well there. So Grenache Shiraz Mourvedre, as this wine is, all of those varieties do well there. Straight Shirazes do well there as well. It's a very new vineyard. It was only planted, I think, in 1999, and the first vintage was in 2006. So not old at all. Michael and Yolonka Edwards are the two, as a couple, who produce the wine. They've only got 3 hectares of vineyard, I believe, and all of their wines come from that 3 hectares. So you can be forgiven for not knowing about it. And I think they sell most of their wine from on the cellar door on the mailing list. So this wine is named Bakkheia. All of their wines have got the Bakkheia brand. What is Bakkheia? I had to look that one up as well. I'm more familiar with Bacchus and Bacchanalian festivals, which are, of course, wild, wine-fueled orgies, perhaps, certainly celebrations. And Bakkheia is, I think, the Greek word for Bacchanalia. So there you go. So how does this wine taste? Let me just have a look. It's got a lovely deep colour. Certainly it's a blend of Grenache Shiraz and Mourvedre, and it would be the Shiraz and the Mourvedre which would be giving it that depth of colour. Grenache is usually a bit lighter than that. There's a good purple tinge to it. It's a fresh, youthful colour. And the nose has just got this riot of spices and earthiness and meatiness, a bit of smoked charcuterie character. Really very complex nose. I could sit and sniff that for quite a while without getting tired. It keeps evolving in the glass too. Let's have a taste. That wine, it's got a lot of richness, concentration, fruit sweetness. It really is almost a voluptuous wine. It's got lovely texture. The aftertaste continues for a very long time. It's a really good, the concentration is there, but it's not overpowering. It's just quietly long and satisfying and very, very good indeed. Lots of spices, as you'd expect from those grape varieties. It's actually 56% Grenache, 35% Shiraz and 9% Mourvedre. So it's very much driven by the Grenache. It's all grown organically. There's no fining or filtration. The wine is fairly naturally made. Lovely texture, balance, length, drinkability, no problem at all. Keeping that wine for a good 15 years, I would say, but it's drinking beautifully now. Well, we rated it 96, which is a very high score indeed. But the wine thoroughly deserves it, in my view. It's a gold ribbon score. It's a top rank score. Geographe is obviously a small area, so we relate this to the Grenache blends from throughout Australia for its ranking, and it's ranked number 2 out of 64 Grenache blends from all of Australia in the 2018 vintage. That's pretty major achievement, especially for a small winery like that. We asked the winemakers to recommend a food match with their wine, and Michael Edwards, who's the winemaker at Bakkheia, he suggested that this sort of wine will go with any substantial food. So he's not committing himself there. But he says probably not fish or delicate styles of food. I agree with him. I think we could be a bit more specific, and I would match that wine with, I think, a roasted rack of lamb with, I don't know, a reduction sauce with a bit of pesto added to it would just be perfect with that wine.